Classic rock album reviews coming right at you.
SHMACKEMAGOB, everybody. Hey, it's time for one of these classic album things. And you know, I'm going to talk about this album right here. It's not one of the best Who albums, but I think Timeline is everything, because when I was a little kid, you know, I had The Kids All Right, and that's it. You know, and then when this came out, I got this when it was brand new. And man, I love this album. It's, again, you know, I dwell back and, you know, Quadrophenia and Who's Next are my favorites. But I love Tommy and Who Sings My Generation, and even Who Are You, Who by Numbers. They had a lot of great albums, you know. But then Keith Moon died. They got Kenny Jones, who's nowhere near as great as Keith Moon, but he does some good stuff on here. And this is a great album. I mean, it's hokey at spots. There's some songs that are kind of but as a whole, but these songs that are kind of I won't skip. But the songs that are good, I absolutely love. And, you know, probably the quirkiest song on here is my favorite. So, the first song, let's get into it. Where's the track listing? Right here. You Better You Bet. That reminds me a lot of early MTV. When MTV first started, I got it maybe a year, like in 83 or 82, 83. Yeah, I think, when was that Ozzy concert? When the Ozzy Speak of the Devil concert was aired, that's when I got it, soon after. And they didn't have many videos. And You Better You Bet, Another Tricky Day, and Don't Let Go of the Coat. Those three videos were played a lot because they didn't have many videos. And You Better You Bet was sped up. If you watch the video version, it's faster than this. And it's kind of got, I don't know is the word for it, like an arcade thing, like that old school, you know, black and white type vibe. And it's sped up, and I don't really like it. But I like the version on the album. I think the version on the album it's a catchy tune, the most popular song on the album, and it's got snotty lyrics, but it's catchy. It's a great opener. I absolutely love it. Then we got Don't Let Go of the Coat. That song is so damn infectious and catchy. The verses are full of hooks, and even the chorus is full of hooks. The whole song, everything going on in the song, there's many hooks in it. And one of my favorites, probably my third favorite off the album, is Don't Let Go of the Coat. All right, then let's see what's next here. Cachet. It's a strange one. I think Daltrey delivers, though. I think he's the star of the song. I love the way he delivers the song. But the song as a whole, it's not bad. It's actually pretty good, but not as good as the two before it, and not as good as those that are coming later. All right, then we got The Quiet One. Oh, that's the Ox. John Entwistle sings this song. Pretty heavy. One of the heavier songs on the album. That and another song coming up are the two heaviest songs. And man, John belts it out on that song. And Kenny Jones, while he may not be Keith Moon, he does some interesting like drum patterns in the song. I really like what he does in that song. And I love The Quiet One. That's an awesome song. All right, then the next one is called Did You Steal My Money? It's fillerish, but it's not skippish. I won't skip it. It's a nice song. And there's no mellow song on this album. Every song has a kind of like an edge to it. And that one does too, but it does have like a, you know, kind of that the thing that Pete does. And that's another interesting thing about this album. Pete sings none of the songs. I mean, he co-sings on the last tune, but he doesn't do a song himself. Yet, you know, Pete, he writes most of the shit, if not all of it. Okay. Then we got side 2. You Can't Do It Alone. It's rocking. It's a rocking tune, but Daltrey kind of sings it with a chill vibe. But, you know, he does belt out little sections of it. But it's, again, you know, fillerish but not skippish. It's okay. Then we got, oh, Daily Records. That's my favorite song. And it's so quirky. And it's cute. You know, and I'm not really a fan of, you know, O's and shit like that in songs, but man, here it works. Because when Pete comes in doing, oh, oh, you know, I fucking love it. And I love the snotty, again, lyrics and the way Daltrey delivers it. And again, great drumming from Kenny Jones on this one. Daily Records, I'd say it's tied with a song coming up. I absolutely love that song. Daily Records is tied for my favorite track on the album. And it was played on the radio for a very short time. I love it. Alright, next song. You. Like Daily Records, for a very short time it was played on the radio. And thankfully it was, because that's what made me run out and buy the album. I heard You Better You Bet, Don't Let Go of the Coat, and the next song. And I would say those 3 songs, you know, in retrospect now, you know, years have gone by, I like it more than You, but I still love You. You is kind of like a punky tune, a little punk to it. It's got a punk flair to it. It's pretty badass, you know. I love it. And then we end with Another Tricky Day. And that one, I have to say, is tied for my favorite with Daily Records. You can't always get it when you really want it. And that's where Pete sings the song, but with Roger. It's like a harmony thing. And, you know, you got to get used to it. You irritate me, my friend. This is no social crisis. What a great way to end the album. Again, songs, there's some songs that are kind of like but I wouldn't skip them. But I love this album, man. And this album's not very talked about because it doesn't have Keith Moon. This is the first one without Keith Moon. So of course it's not looked back on as a classic to the masses. But to this guy right here, I absolutely love this album. Who else loves this album? I would like to know in the comments below if you love it or not. Yeah, even if you hate this album, I'd like you to leave a comment so I can say, I respect your opinion, but I fucking don't agree with it. This album's awesome, even with its flaws. I enjoy listening to it. Actually, I listened to it today, and that's what made me say, I got to do an episode about this. Because I want to do episodes about albums that are not very talked about that I really, really love. And then I'm going to talk about also albums that are loved and talked about. But I get a kick out of doing albums that are not really talked about, so I like to get on YouTube and say, gushy, 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 lovey, lovey, lovey. So that's what I think of Face Dances from The Who. And hey, if you'd like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below, and please subscribe to my channel. And click that little notification button. You gotta get used to it, and please, SHMACKEMAGOB!